Mega Starmie is going to be making its Pokemon Go debut this weekend with a Super Mega Raid Day. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the best counters and strategies for taking on this raid boss. Hey, what's happening everyone? Count Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, we're getting ourselves a brand new Mega Evolution, and it is going to be Mega Starmie. This is one of those Mega Evolutions that a lot of players have been anticipating, mainly because of the meme of it. Mega Starmie is hilarious in terms of its design. It's not necessarily going to be a complete rework of its design like many other Mega Evolutions, but it's actually just a lot of its limbs elongated, so it gives it a more humanoid shape. It's very hilarious the way that it looks. And I think for a lot of Pokemon Go players, they're actually going to enjoy this Mega Evolution because it is actually incredibly powerful. It may not necessarily be the best of the best when it comes to Mega Evolutions and Pokemon in general, because it's going to be rivaled by a lot of other very powerful Pokemon, specifically Primal Kyogre. That's going to be the absolute best water type in the game. But there are going to be situations where you will need to use a Mega Evolution as opposed to a Primal Reversion, specifically with future Super Mega Raids. So in that regard, yeah, I will say Mega Starmie is going to be useful, at least for the time being, until we can get Mega Greninja, which is actually going to be making its debut very shortly. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun. I think a lot of players will actually enjoy this Super Mega Raid Day, and it's also going to be quite difficult. Super Mega Raids are different from other raid battles because there is a hard requirement to the amount of players you need to bring, and of course, it is not necessarily going to be a cakewalk. Like, the damage that it's going to deal is going to be a little bit higher compared to other raid bosses, and there's just a lot of things that goes into it. So without further ado, let's go over the strategy for taking on Mega Starmie in Super Mega Raids, and then afterwards, let me talk about some of the other things that I'm really excited about when it comes to this Mega Evolution. Mega Starmie is a dual water and psychic type Pokemon. This gives it a plethora of different weaknesses, which includes bug, dark, electric, ghost, and grass type attacks. Obviously, you will want to bring Pokemon with those typings and with moves of those typings, but avoid bringing any Pokemon with fighting, fire, ice, psychic, steel, or water type attacks because Mega Starmie is going to be resistant against those particular moves. And then when it comes to perfect IVs, Mega Starmie's perfect IV CP is going to be 1476, and if it's weather boosted, it's going to be 1846. And Mega Starmie is going to be weather boosted by windy weather and rainy weather. Now, considering this is going to be Super Mega Raids, that means there's going to be a hard minimum requirement of Mega Evolutions that you need to bring in the raid party. For Mega Starmie, it looks like it's going to be 8 Mega Evolutions. You need to have 8 Mega Evolutions at the very least so that you could knock out the shield. If you bring any less than 8 Mega Evolutions, you're not going to succeed in this raid, so do keep that in mind. Even if you were to re-lobby with a different Mega Evolution, you still need to have 8 different players with Mega Evolutions. So make sure you coordinate with friends or go to a high population area. This is an absolute must in order for you to take down Mega Starmie raids. Now, when it comes to counters, these are the ones I would recommend bringing. For the Mega Evolution, you could go with Mega Sceptile, Mega Mewtwo Y, or Mega Gengar. Those are all going to be incredible up against this raid boss. But do keep in mind that you should not lead with these Mega Evolutions. You will specifically want to use them to break the shield. If you do not have any of these Mega Evolutions, pretty much any Mega Evolution will suffice. You're basically just using it to break the shield mechanic. But when it comes to non-Mega Evolutions, Dawnwing's Necrozma is by far going to be the absolute best Pokemon for this raid boss. Even more so than Mega Evolutions, it deals an incredible amount of damage up against Mega Starmie. And another really solid counter is actually going to be Shadow Hydreigon. This is a very solid dark type, and you actually do want to bring this because it's also going to be resistant against a lot of Mega Starmie's attacks. The dragon typing that Hydreigon has is resistant to a lot of water type attacks, so that is why Hydreigon is kind of like a secret weapon. It's definitely going to be a really powerful counter up against Mega Starmie. Alright, so considering Mega Starmie's type combination of Psychic and Water, it's not necessarily going to be as straightforward as other raid bosses. I really do think you could just get by with a whole bunch of ghost types and dark types. However, avoid bringing Tyranitar. That is like the one caveat when it comes to Mega Starmie, because Tyranitar, even though it deals an incredible amount of damage up against this raid boss, it's also weak against water type attacks, and Mega Starmie is definitely going to hit like a truck. So do not bring Tyranitar, Mega Tyranitar, or Shadow Tyranitar. Just go with Hydreigon if you're going with non-megas. That is definitely going to be one of the best Pokemon you could use, simply because it has the duo dragon typing on top of its dark typing, which means it's going to deal super effective damage, and it's also going to be resistant to a lot of Mega Starmie's attacks. And of course, when it comes to the Mega Evolutions, obviously you will want to avoid bringing anything that's not going to be effective, although you don't necessarily need the Mega Evolution. You basically can have it in the back, like have it as your 6th Pokemon, and then once it starts with the shield mechanic, you can actually auto switch to a Mega Evolution. I really like that part of the mechanics. Like, you don't necessarily have to lead with the Mega Evolution. Some players still will because they want to get damage, but I actually highly recommend against that, because you do need to take down those shields. Those are a much higher priority than the amount of damage you can deal. So like I said, bring a Mega Evolution like Mega Sceptile or Mega Gengar or even Mega Mewtwo Y, and then have it in the back. Do not lead with the Mega Evolution. Make sure you have it saved up for when the shields actually activate. So yeah, that's probably my biggest tip when it comes to these super mega raids. You will just want to bring a whole bunch of heavy hitters. Dawn Wings Necrozma is by far the best counter. It's the top ghost type in the game. It's going to be resistant to a lot of Mega Starmie's attacks, specifically the psychic type attacks. And of course, it's going to deal an incredible amount of damage. Dawn Wings Necrozma is basically at the same level as Mega Evolution, so you'll be okay if you just bring a whole bunch of those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really else regarding Mega Starmie. It's going to be able to deal a lot of water type damage, at least until Mega Greninja gets released. And of course, it kind of pales in comparison to Primal Kyogre. Really, the only time you would ever use Mega Starmie as opposed to Primal Kyogre is if it's for a Super Mega Raid, where you need Mega Evolutions and not Primal Reversions. That's really the only case. But again, Mega Greninja is going to be a much better Pokemon, and you're probably going to want to use that instead. And I guess one last thing that you could be excited about is that this is going to be a raid day. So there's going to be a boosted shiny chance for shiny Starmie if you still do not have that. It is actually quite a rare shiny. I don't think there's a lot of players out there that has a shiny Starmie, so this could be a great opportunity for you to get that. Do keep that in mind. That's a big part of this Mega Raid Day that I don't think a lot of players are talking about. So yeah, shiny Starmie, that is actually on the line. You're gonna have a boosted shiny chance for it, and hopefully you'll pick up one with high IVs. That would be pretty cool. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding Mega Starmie down below. Are you going to be going all out this weekend for this particular Mega Evolution, or are you gonna skip this out? Save your raid passes for another day. Of course, because this is a Super Mega Raid Day, you will get some bonus raid passes, so you might as well use those. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I would definitely like to know. Let's have a great discussion. And if you enjoyed this video, found it to be informative, and you want to support my channel, the best way you could do that is hitting the like button for this video so that the algorithm can push it out to other people. And if you're watching on mobile, hit the hype button that's actually down below. It's kind of like a new thing. It would also help people be able to see this video. It would definitely help me out quite a bit. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also make sure you check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page, and if you join my Patreon, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that way we could do remote raids together, open and send gifts, and all that good stuff. I'll try to be a lot more active. There's actually a lot of patrons on my friends list, and it's hard to cycle through every single one of them, but I'll do my best to include you in raids and send you gifts. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. A link to it is in the description below. And also links to my social media pages, like my TikTok and stuff like that. So make sure you go and check those out as well. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today. Good luck with this weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next video.